ITIHAAS, and it's Anecdotes of the Past with Indira, Ganesh, Pankhuri, Arora, and Smita, Vats. Thank you very much.
They can't hear me. Is it better now? Can you just, I'll do it. Okay, am I clear now? All right, so a very dry welcome to everyone. Can't be warm, it's too wet, so we'll just keep it dry. ITIHAAS is an organization, just to brief everybody in 1 minute precisely, that works with school children, which is why we have so many of our schools here. And a big welcome to all the children who've joined us, beginning their lives with understanding anecdotes, literature, poetry, language, and everything else that the Lit Fest has to offer. We're from Delhi. We're based out of Delhi. And ITIHAAS really looks at putting heritage into formal curriculum, at understanding how the wisdom of the past can be coded into what children study, reason being that very few of us really have the time to spend and talk to children. So if we put all that into our curriculum, we hope it will reach them and stay with them as a part of their learning, as a part of their inheritance. So I'm now going to switch to talking to children. So the adults, please bear with me if it doesn't if it doesn't fit into what you'd like to hear, because our address is directly for students. We will be talking about the coming of Islam in Delhi, in northern India, and we'll be talking a little bit about Sufism. Our focus is children. So on that note, a welcome once again. And so students, all of you, you can hear me, that's Pankhuri, Indira, and I'm Smita, and we're here to tell you a couple of stories about your past. But before I do that, let's just understand the past. So there's two kinds of past. दो किस्म का past है, दो किस्म का इतिहास है. एक वो जो हम सब का है, आपका है, मेरा है, यहाँ पे जितने लोग बैठे हैं उन सब का है. और एक वो इतिहास है जो सिर्फ मेरा है. तो जो सिर्फ मेरा इतिहास है वो क्या है? कोई बच्चा या कोई बड़ा, जो बच्चा अपने अंदर ढूंढ सकता है, वो बताएं कि जो आपका इतिहास है वो क्या है. What is your personal heritage or your personal past? Anybody here? क्या है वो जो सिर्फ मेरा है, जो और किसी का नहीं है? Your thoughts. Okay, that's coming from a grade. Class 8 student. और कोई चीज जो सिर्फ मेरी है और किसी की नहीं है? जो इंसिडेंट्स हुए आपके साथ. ओके, ग्रेट. पीछे से कोई बच्चे? Intelligence, knowledge, great. What about my face? Does it belong to anybody else? What about the way I walk? Does it belong to anybody else? Anything else that you can think of? तो कुछ चीजें हैं जो सिर्फ हमारी हैं. I may have inherited them from various people in my family or where I come from, for the region I come from. That's my personal inheritance, जो मेरा है. हम सबके घर में कोई एक बहुत पुरानी कटोरी हो सकती है, कोई डब्बा होगा, कोई ग्लास, कोई फर्नीचर का टुकड़ा, कोई पीस ऑफ एक कॉइन हो सकता है ना. ये चीज़ें हैं जो सिर्फ हमारी हैं. मेरे घर पे हैं, मेरी नानी की थी, फिर मेरी शायद परनानी की थी, और अब मेरी हैं। यस? किसी के घर में कोई पुरानी चीज है कि किसी कोई ऐसा है जिसके घर में कुछ भी पुराना नहीं है? किस किस के घर में कोई पुरानी चीज है? Wonderful. We have lots of children amongst the adults. Great. तो वो एक पर्सनल इतिहास है. That is my personal inheritance. जो घर में चीज होती है उसको हम कैसे रखते हैं? बहुत संभाल के या ऐसे ही कहीं फेंक देते हैं? बहुत संभाल के, कपड़े में लपेट के, ताला चाबी लगा के. लेकिन जो इतिहास हम सब का है, हमारी तहजीब, हमारी भाषा, हमारे किले, हमारे स्कल्पचर्स, उनको हम अपनाते नहीं, उनकी हम देखभाल नहीं करते, क्योंकि वो किसी और के हैं, हमारे नहीं हैं. Yes? So with ITIHAAS, children and friends, we are here to listen to anecdotes which may help us understand कि चाहे वो इतिहास हमारे घर में हो या हमारे घर के बाहर हो, it is ours and it has been ours for generations in a country like India, and it is ours to look after and to keep alive. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to Indira, who will teach us a song about something that is ours. And I'd love all the children in this hall to sing. How many children do we have here today? Great, thank you. No, so do the kutub and then the song. You will keep time for us. You will keep time.
So today, I take you on a journey with ITIHAAS. I can see a lot of familiar faces, but a lot of places, people whom we usually don't address. So please welcome. Keep the child in you because we are going to do some activities. We'll do some stretching and some singing and all. Okay? So I'm going to take you on a journey of ITIHAAS, which begins from the land where we are standing today, in the state of Rajasthan. And I come from a place called Delhi. Long, long ago, there were the warrior clans here, the people who used to be very brave. There are a lot of stories about them, and we all know their name. Who were they? Shahjahan. Rajasthan se. महाराणा प्रताप, राजपूत. शाहजहां यहाँ से नहीं थे. Okay, we give a name to the class. Somebody said Rajput. So we'll basically look at Rajputs as a group of people who actually came from this place all the way to Delhi, and in Delhi they established their kingdom. Their names had the alphabets TMR. I'm not telling you the vowels. TMR. There are two vowels that are missing. Can anybody guess what their family name was? Huh? Tomar? Tomar? Anyone else? Just stretching. Okay, the Tomars. I'll accept Tomars. Tomars were a group of people who were there, who came all the way from Delhi, and they established a capital in Delhi because Delhi was very, very strategic. It was right there on the route where all the traders used to come. It was very rich, and everybody wanted to be in Delhi. So the Tomars established a kingdom in Delhi, somewhere in and around Delhi. And then they shifted their kingdom from where they were. They lived in a small village called Anangpur, and it was ruled by a very strong ruler called Anangpal. But over the years, they found that the soil was not very conducive to them. There was a lot of water problem, water scarcity, यहाँ भी होता है जयपुर में water scarcity? In Delhi we have a lot of scarcity of water in summers. यहाँ भी होता है क्या? So similarly there was a lot of water shortage and they shifted their capital to a place now where a brick building stands. A brick tower stands, the tallest brick structure in India. What is the name of the structure? It's very tall. What is it? Qutub Minar, yes. So they went to a place near Qutub Minar and they shifted their capital. And then came another group of people from outside India with a new religion and they took over the place because they were stronger. Who are these people who came from? Britishers? The Mughals. मुगल्स के भी बहुत पहले कोई लोग आए थे. तुगलक नहीं, और कोई. हाँ? आर्यंस. एक नया रिलीजन लेकर आए थे. हाँ? मौर्य बेटे यहीं से थे. Muhammad Ghori. Okay, ma'am is saying Muhammad Ghori. He was Muhammad and he came from a place called Ghur and he established a kingdom in India. And Muhammad Ghori, when he went back, he left Qutbuddin Aibak to rule on his behalf. And today we are going to sing a song for the monument that Qutbuddin Aibak established in India. ठीक है? All of you will sing? Monuments, okay. So we'll sing one of the songs about this monument. So we had made two groups outside. So now everybody is mixed here. So we had made two groups. Which are the two groups? Group number 1 kahan hai mera? Group number 1 and group number 2 kahan hai? Okay, fairly this side and this side. So this is group number 1 and what was your name? Chishti. So all this side is going to be Chishti, okay? And group number 2, what was your name? Sulewadi. So this group will be called the Suhrawadi group or the Sulewadi group. Okay? So all the grown-ups will also sing? Okay. Qutub Minar, aha ha, Qutub Minar. Please.
Indira, they're all sleeping. It's post-lunch.
No, even the children are sleeping. So. Qutub Minar, aha ha, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, aha ha, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, oh ho, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, oh ho, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, he, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, he, Qutub Minar.
इसको बनाने वाले एक नहीं थे चार.
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 दो बिजलियां भी नहीं हिला सकी आधार.
दो बिजलियां भी नहीं हिला सकी आधार.
मेहरों वाली मेहरौली में है ये खड़ी.
मेहरों वाली मेहरौली में है ये खड़ी.
अलाई मीनार बन न सकी इससे भी बड़ी.
अलाई मीनार बन न सकी इससे भी बड़ी.
कुतुब मीनार, आहा हा, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, आहा हा, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, ओहो हो, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, ओहो हो, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, हे, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, हे, कुतुब मीनार.
इस शहर का नाम था किला राय पिथौरा.
इस शहर का नाम था किला राय पिथौरा.
गुंबद बनता गया यहाँ बेहतर थोड़ा थोड़ा.
गुंबद बनता गया यहाँ बेहतर थोड़ा थोड़ा.
पहली मस्जिद यही बनी कुव्वतुल इस्लाम.
पहली मस्जिद यही बनी कुव्वतुल इस्लाम.
लोहे का खंबा दर्शाता लौह कला का ज्ञान.
लोहे का खंबा दर्शाता लौह कला का ज्ञान.
कुतुब मीनार, आहा हा, कुतुब मीनार.
कुतुब मीनार, आहा हा, कुतुब मीनार.
Thank you. So this is the song of Qutub Minar which was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. But इसको बनाने वाले एक नहीं कितने लोग थे? और 2 बिजलियां इस पे गिरी और इसका आधार नहीं हिला। कहाँ खड़ी है?
Can we just ask them, पहली मस्जिद कहाँ बनी थी? इसका पहला नाम था
कुव्वातुल इस्लाम, इस नेम ऑफ द मस्जिद।
और कहाँ बनी थी?
किला व्हाट?
किला राय पे थोड़ा। और यहाँ पे क्या बनते गए बेहतर थोड़ा थोड़ा? So just for those who've left the child outside, ITIHAAS works to help children learn heritage, make it relevant to their lives, and also have fun while they do it through song and various activities. Yeah, Indira.
Okay. So this is the story of how India as a nation, how we evolved. You know, everything from our cuisine, the food that we eat, from the clothes that we wear, and the practices that we do in our everyday life got influenced by this huge change that happened in our country, of people coming into our country with a whole new language, a whole new you know, sensibility, and teaching us a thing or two about how life is lived in that part of the world. So India has always amalgamated all these thoughts, and in ITIHAAS we try and talk to children about the nature, the pluralistic nature of our country. And on that note, I'd like to call Smita to
Back again.
to tell us what happened after that.
So Indira's taken us, when we're talking of Delhi children and other friends here, we're going back 10,000 years. We're going back really to the Neo-Paleolithic age. And with the given half an hour that we have, it's very tough to cover even 1,000th of that time. But we will lead you on to what Jaipur also associates with very closely, which is the coming of Sufi culture. Sufi. And we all know that the famous Dargah of Ajmer is very close to Jaipur. And in Delhi, we have the Dargah of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia. Children know that? Have you heard of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia? What about at the back? Have you all heard of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So what does the word Dargah mean? Sorry? Memorial. Wonderful. Anybody else? So the word Dargah comes from 2 words, Dar from Darwaza and Gaha from Jagaha. So Dargah is the final doorway to the resting place of a saint. Very beautiful, Dargah. What does the word Aulia mean? Aulia. कई दफा हमने सुना है ना? सुना है ना औलिया शब्द? औलिया is a plural of the word wali. Wali वो इंसान है, the person. A wali is a person, for those of us who are not familiar with Hindi, wali is a person who possesses one good quality of God. And aulia is somebody who possesses several qualities of God. And that is why Nizamuddin was given the title Aulia, because he was said to possess several qualities of God. And that's why it's called Dargah of Hazrat. Hazrat is a term with respect towards a saint. Nizamuddin Aulia. All right? Hazrat had a very, very beloved student. For all of us students here, I'm sure you're the favorite of all your teachers, or at least some. Many. Teachers, are all your favorites here? So Hazrat had many favorites, but there was one disciple. And a disciple is called in Sufism a murid. मुरीद, इसीलिए उसको हम कहते हैं पीर मुरीद परंपरा। तो हजरत के एक बहुत प्यारे मुरीद थे जिनसे वो बेइंतहा मोहब्बत करते थे। उनका नाम किसी को मालूम है जी? अमीर खुसरो। किसी ने सुना है बच्चों में से? अमीर खुसरो का नाम सुना है? हाथ ऊपर कर दीजिए, एक दो नहीं। ग्रेट। अमीर खुसरो के बारे में आप क्या जानते हैं? व्हाट डू यू नो अबाउट अमीर खुसरो? He was a great poet. Just the place to talk about him, isn't it? Jaipur Literature Festival, Amir Khusro. Great thinker. If you're a poet, maybe you've got to be a thinker. Okay, what else? Philosopher, musician. और कुछ? और कुछ? Anything else, children? He invented the tabla and the sitar. बाप रे! आजकल जब हम क्लास 10 को पार करते हैं, हमारे टीचर्स और पेरेंट्स कहते हैं, बेटा यू टेकिंग साइंस, कॉमर्स और आर्ट्स. Do you think Amir Khusro could have invented the tabla and the sitar if he took only science? Do you think he could have been a philosopher with good marks in maths? Never. Do you think he could have invented the language Urdu if he had only science, if he had only commerce? What's our present day education system doing? It's dividing our brain into 3 parts. Just like modern medicine is dividing our body. If you go to a hospital, it says brain, lungs, heart, kidney. Breaking us into parts. With ITIHAAS, let's work to put everything together because life, tradition, heritage is all interconnected. It's all one. It's all one. We cannot break it up. Hazrat used to say about Amir Khusro, Hazrat chahe Amir ko, Khuda chahe Nasir ko. So even though Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia wanted Khusro to be his next, to take on his khilafat, his spiritual territory, he passed it on to Nasir, who was the next, and not Amir. And he had his reasons for doing that. But there's one thing which children should know about Khusro, but we don't. That Khusro wrote the most beautiful riddles, paheliyan. And today I think children are beginning to forget the art of riddles. We have poetry, literature, lots of heavy words for children. But riddles are a coming together of language, intelligence and wit. And I'm going to, I have how much more time? 5 minutes. So I'm going to ask you a couple of riddles at the Jaipur Literature Festival, the apt location for them. Let's see if you have the answers. Are you ready? Yes, are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Great. 20 का सर काट दिया, ना मारा ना खून किया. टिक टिक 1. 20 का सर काट दिया, ना मारा ना खून किया. नाखून. ओके, ये बहुत आसान था. मैं सिर्फ थोड़ा भांप रही थी कि किस लेवल की रिडल पूछूं. अब मैं एक और पूछती हूं. एक गुनी ने, गुनी मतलब गुनहगार, एक गुनी ने यह गुन कीना, हरियल पिंजरे में दे दीना. समझ आई सबको? एक गुनहगार ने, I hate translating what Khusro wrote, but I'll do it. एक गुनहगार ने यह गुनाह किया, कोई हरी चीज को पिंजरे में डाल दिया. एक गुनी ने पेशेंस एक गुनी ने यह गुण कीना, हरियल पिंजरे में दे दीना। देखो जादूगर का कमाल, डाले हरा निकाले लाल। वाटरमेलन, मिर्ची, come on, I throw it open to all children in this hall.
Yeah, children at heart.
Part children also. Pan, very good. What's your name? What school? Very good. Pan. ये है पिंजरा.
Smita, one more, little more difficult.
एक और? आगे चिलमन पीछे चिलमन, बीच कलेजा धड़के। अमीर खुसरो यूं कहें, वो दो दो उंगल सरके। आगे चिलमन पीछे चिलमन, बीच कलेजा धड़के। अमीर खुसरो यूं कहें, वो दो दो उंगल सरके। Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, come on. Okay, I'm being told to wind up, so it's tick tick over. आगे चिलमन पीछे चिलमन, बीच कलेजा धड़के। अमीर खुसरो यूं कहें, वो दो दो उंगल सरके। So friends, children, while we're all at this fantastic literature festival, I would like to bring riddles back into our lives, because riddles are a coming together of language skill, intelligence, wit, humor, and so much more. Thank you very much for being with us, and on behalf of Pankhuri, Indira and me, I hope you've enjoyed the session. Thank you.
The school children who are come for this program, we'd like to meet you with your teachers outside.
Yeah, we can meet the students outside.
Outside, we'll all go outside and we'll meet there.
And we've got some brochures. If anybody in the hall would like them, you can take them from us. Thank you so much.
Please join me in thanking Indira, Ganesh, Pankhuri, Arora,